What's up, everyone? Hello. Oh, I'm waiting for people to jump on. There's one person. I look like crap. Oh my goodness. Let's turn on some lights here. Oh my goodness. Was it energized? Whoa, hello. Oh my god. Jen Sadler, hello, welcome. I'm just waiting for more people. Wow. Holy Christ, that's bright. Oh my goodness. What's up? What's up, everyone? Welcome. It's Thursday again, which means you're stuck with me for about an hour. So, no, I like it dark. No, I'm sorry. I look like crap when it's dark, so I have to turn it up. So, but anyways. I don't want to. Where is everyone? Come on, it's Thursday. Oh my goodness. No, she did not. No, she didn't. Okay. Anyways, wow, just one person. What's happening here? I'm surprised. I only have one person. There's my sister. Late. I'm missing a lot of people on this show here. It's Thursday. Everyone knows. Let's go. Get with the program. Oh my God. Ash, I'm so cold. Oh, it's really, really cold. So, but anyways, all right, let's, I got to start sharing this show here on Facebook here. Burp, burp, burp. There I am. All right. So I am live. Okay. Well, only two people. Where is everyone? All right. Well, anyways, as I'm waiting for other people, what's going on? Jim, what are you up to? I haven't seen you in like forever. I don't need anyone to talk to. That's the good thing about being by myself. So, which I may not have to talk to myself that much anymore because there's the possibility of Daniel and I collaborating and coming up with a show together. So I'm just waiting to talk to him about that to see what he has any ideas about it. So Jim has been hiding. Hello to my grandmother who is late. Everyone is late today except for Jim. Jim was on time. Daniel Payton, hello, welcome. I was just talking about you. Yeah. I'm good though. Web design. Oh boy, that sounds like fun. No need to apologize, Dan. I know I've been giving everyone crap, but that's all right. So people are slowly showing up. So yeah. What is everyone up to? It's Thursday. It's cold. It's snowing. It's flurrying out there. It's that cold. I'm over it. It needs to stop being cold. So I want the warm weather to show up. That's what I want. Jim is reteaching himself to web design in HTML. HTML, basically writing a web page in Notepad. Yeah, that sounds like fun, Jim. Not something I would want to do, anyways. Oh, good Lord. Yeah. Daniel's been doing lots of art for Heroes Rising. I've also been doing the first edit of Earth's Last Space Fleet. What is this? Earth's Last Space Fleet. That is a tongue twister. Welcome to my aunt. Hello, welcome. You haven't missed anything except for you're late. Pat, what's up? I am ready for Easter. Are you ready for Easter? Of course I'm ready for Easter because Easter is my birthday. So, yeah, double celebration this year. The sequel to Earth's Last Starship is Earth's Last Space Fleet. How interesting. See, we need to talk about this. We need to definitely have a conversation about this. So, among other things, Daniel, about the possibility of a merger, I guess, or something. So, Diane Pate, happy Easter. Well, it's coming. Well, I'll probably do a show on Easter anyways. So, I know you people will be doing something, but I'll probably do a show on Sunday for my birthday. So don't you worry. How old? I'll be 39, believe it or not. A Comic-Con on your show. I don't know what that is. Brian is dead though, right? I don't know what that means. But anyways, so yeah. My sister and I were talking about challenges and like what's trending right now. So there's a lot of stuff that's trending and some of it's absolutely ridiculous. And it made me think of all the challenges people have come up with in the past. I don't know if anyone remembers any type of challenges. Has anyone participated in any recent challenge or trend that's happening right now that maybe I should know about? I'm learning about something about TikTok candy or some sort of challenge or whatever. What? Brian is dead though, right? No, I don't die. I don't die, Jim. I'm sorry. I live forever. It's space. It's science fiction, so I could live on forever. So yeah, sorry, bro, but you're in too many books and you live. Well, that's what happens. That's what happens. The only challenge I have done in a while is the art and writing challenge for this show. That's true. That is true. I would love to see a continuation of Chris Evans's writing challenge along with Daniel Payton's. Those piqued my interest. So, yeah. I went to the shop. Does that count? Sure. But yeah, so anyways, the trending stuff in the challenges. So I was talking to my sister and I was mentioning the cinnamon challenge. Does anyone remember the cinnamon challenge? We're going back 2012, believe it or not, was the cinnamon challenge where people were eating the cinnamon and you're supposed to like count to 10 or something. And I don't know. Anybody? Did anyone do that challenge back then? With a spoonful of cinnamon, yeah. So there's only one video that I keep in my mind when it comes to the cinnamon challenge. So I have to pull it up. We're gonna have to watch it together because I think it's absolutely hilarious. Where's that cinnamon? All right, hold on one second. Whoa, people, go back, go back. All right, so, oh God, the cinnamon challenge. That choked so many idiots. I would never do it since it could actually cause serious reaction. It could. Yeah. I don't even know. I don't know how this even happened. I don't even know how these challenges come alive, to be honest with you. I think they're all dumb. So unless it's for a good cause or something, where it's not going to kill you or whatever, then I'm all for it. But some of these are just so stupid. So anyways, well, I remember seeing the cinnamon challenge and I thought it was hilarious. So I'm going to share this with you so we can watch it together. So as you can see, this is YouTube, and this is from Glozell Green. This is from her challenge that she did, the cinnamon challenge. So this is not my video. So, all right. But anyways, oh wait, what's happening? Let's go back up. There we go. So let's watch her do the, and she is very funny, by the way. So my sister knows. Let's watch what happens when she does the cinnamon challenge.
Hello, Mr. Glozell. Is you okay? Is you good? Because I wanted to know. Okay, so 150 billion people have been asking me to do the cinnamon challenge. If you go to my fan page on Facebook, or any comments from the last couple of videos I put up, I did a cinnamon challenge. And I usually don't give in to peer pressure because what's so challenging about cinnamon? Really? So everybody's getting on my nerves. I got some cinnamon. I don't even know what kind you're supposed to get, because cinnamon is good for you. You put cinnamon on different drinks and stuff. So you take some cinnamon, I guess. I don't. So I have a spoon, and I don't have a spoon bigger than this. So I had this because I don't know how much you're supposed to take. So,
oh my God,
you just take it, and I guess you count to 10, or you take it, and I don't know. All right. So here's the cinnamon. All right. Here you go.
Oh my God, what are you doing? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Seriously?
Y'all got me.
So anyways, you get the point. She just keeps going and she keeps drinking the water and whatever, but it was funny when it happened. So anyways, yeah. So Daniel says when dry cinnamon hits moisture, not only does it stick to like glue, it activates the oil that are in it. These oils are what give cinnamon its heat. It is incredibly dangerous to do what she just did. So yeah, obviously. So hopefully no one did this. Let me get rid of this page. There we go. All right, so we're back. So yeah, it's crazy. But yeah. And of course, the other challenge, somebody mentioned the ALS challenge. So I did do the ALS challenge. Did anyone else do the ALS challenge and then nominate somebody on Facebook? That was a while ago. That was a long time ago. I remember that. So I did that. So yeah. Any other challenges? I can't remember. No, I'm not doing the cinema challenge, Kayla. That's quite okay. Yeah. Yeah, I was nominated. Somebody nominated me, and I believe it was Sherry's daughter that nominated me because we had just started doing just first started doing the show back then. So I remember that her daughter challenged both of us to do the challenge. So yeah, I remember that. Shalinda, Shelly, what's up, girl? That stupid Tide Pod challenge was killing people. Yeah. That was, yeah, the Tide Pods. Everyone was taking the Tide Pods. That was so stupid. Ice water over the head challenge. Yeah. Mixed biscuits in the Bix. Yeah. That's right. You're supposed to say mixed biscuits in a biscuit mixer. Let me pull that up because I did see that on YouTube, by the way. I'm trying to see if I can find it. But yeah, I remember that one, Kayla. That's too funny. I think there was a coffee ground challenge. Same thing as cinnamon. You stick a large spoonful of dry coffee grounds in your mouth and count for so long. Coffee grounds swell quickly. And if you're not extremely careful, you can choke to death on coffee grounds. Yeah, I hate coffee grounds. They're disgusting. I used to get them all the time in my coffee. Ugh, horrible. Ugh. I'm just trying to see if I can find a video here for you guys to watch. So here's the mixed biscuits. I'm trying to find somebody to do it. Yeah. I don't know who you are. I don't know why you're calling me. Why are you calling me? Susan Gilman. Susan Gilman, I don't know you. I don't know you. All right. So I guess that this is a complication of like different types of videos or whatever. So let me share this. so we can watch this together. I like watching things. So anyways, this is a mix of different types of people. So again, this is YouTube.
I've seen a couple videos of people doing this. A box of mixed biscuits in a biscuit. A box of mixed. A box of mixed. What is a box? A box of mixed biscuits. A box of. A box of mixed biscuits. What is not mixed? It's mixed. A box of mixed. Why is my hand? You ain't helping. A box of mixed biscuits and mixed. A box of mixed biscuits and a Michigan biscuit. What's a Michigan biscuit? A box of mixed. I got my leg crossed. You ain't helping either. A box of mixed biscuits and a Michigan. I'm reading it. I'm reading it. A box of mixed biscuits and a biscuit mixer.
A box of mixed biscuits in a biscuit mixer. A box of mixed biscuits in a biscuit mixer. A box of mixed biscuits in a mixed mixer. A box of mixed. I didn't even do it that time. A box of biscuits. Oh my god! A box of mixed biscuits in a biscuit.
That was close.
Was it? A box of mixed biscuits in a biscuit mixer. A box of mixed biscuits in a biscuit mixer. A box of mixed biscuits in a biscuit mixer. Was that right?
No.
A box of biscuit biscuits in a biscuit mixer. A box of mixed biscuits in a biscuit. A box of mixed biscuits in a biscuit mixer.
Yeah.
Finally, in a biscuit mixer.
A box of mixed biscuits in a biscuit biscuit. In a what? A box of mixed biscuits in Mr. In a mama, can't say a Mr. Bishop. A box of mixed biscuits in a biscuit mixer. That's it.
Nope.
A box of mixed biscuits in a mixture of biscuits. A box of mixed biscuits. A box of mixed biscuits in a biscuit. In a biscuit what? In a mixer. A box of mixed biscuits in a biscuit in a mix. Just spit in my mouth. A box of mixed biscuits in a biscuit mixer. That's it.
It's great.
A box of a mixed biscuit in a mixing bishop. A box of a mixed.
All right, guys, so nothing in front of me, no script, but come correct or don't come at all. So here we go. A box of mixed biscuits in a biscuit mixer. A box of mixed biscuits in a biscuit mixer. Not mixer. A box of mixed biscuits in a biscuit mixer. Oh, misker. A box of mixed biscuits in a biscuit mixer. A box of mixed biscuits. A box of mixed biscuits in a biscuit mixer. Stop! A box of mixed biscuits in a biscuit mixer. No! I don't know. A box of mixed biscuits in a biscuit mixer.
That's nice. Yeah, whatever. Some of these are just. You get the point, right? Of what you're supposed to say. And then this is the coffee ground challenge. Really? That was a challenge? I didn't even hear about it. That sounds disgusting. That sounds absolutely nasty. I don't know which one to show you. Oh my goodness. The things people are coming up with is just crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. Oh my god, coffee ground challenge. I'm trying to show like a good one here. What? People using it as a facial rub? Really? Oh my god. What other challenge is there? Because this one looks dumb. Any other challenges? Oh boy. Oh. Anyways. All right. Yeah. My sister's loving this. Yeah, aren't we all? uh, there was one that you had to. Is that dance around the house? Kick and knock the top of the bottle off too. Oh my god, yeah. I remember that one. Yeah, the kick bottle cap challenge there or whatever. Oh my god, yeah. All right, let me share this because I've actually seen these videos and some of them are absolutely funny. All right, here we go. Let's watch celebrities do it.
Ready? I'm gonna do this. Yeah. All right, missed that one. All right, watch that. That was practice. Ready? Wow. Whoop up. Go. Ow. Yeah. Yo, challenge.
Really? Oh my goodness. Why? Because we have nothing else better to do? Oh, that's cheating. He's going to blindfold himself? What? Oh my god. What? What? Oh my goodness. Where do people come up with this challenge? That's crazy. All right. Oh my god. Oh, we just saw this one. What? We saw this one. Oh my goodness. That's pretty high though. These are like repeats. Ah. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, whatever. Oh, hey, whoa, it's still going. Yeah. Nope. Not going to show you. Oh. All right, anyways. So yeah, so there's the bottle cap challenge where you had to spin and knock it off or whatever. So that was pretty cool. What other ones were there? Does anybody else know? Chilies? Yeah, people were doing the chili challenge too. I remember that, eating the hottest chili pepper. Ugh. Why would you do that? Unless you really like them, but that's kind of crazy. That is crazy. But anyways, ooh, Yep. All right, I'm trying to think what else. I'm trying to think if there was any other challenges out there. Oh no. Oh, stinky fish challenge? No, we're not watching that one. With a red habanero pepper? Ew. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No thanks. Oh my goodness. NaNoWriMo. Oh yeah. It's enough challenge for me. Dan, well, okay, so speaking of books, so you need to come on and you need to talk to us about what's happening. I'm serious. We were supposed to have a chit chat, you and I. Then again, at some point, right? You do need to come on. And this woman left me a voicemail too. Who the hell are you? Yeah, you totally called the wrong number there, buddy. So, yeah. Whenever. It doesn't have to be tonight. Whenever. You just need to come on at some point. You need to be my first guest. So, and the rest of you who are watching and paying attention, y'all need to come up with some more ideas for the show here. I've already put in 2 and they've not been working. So I don't know what's going on. I need some guests to start coming on. I need to bring you some entertainment and not just myself. Crazy. So, yeah. Oh, yes. I'm trying to think if there was anything else. Is anyone watching anything that I should know about on TV? All these new shows are ending and, and starting and everything else. Is anyone watching anything that I should know about? Or is all the streaming services out there? Yeah, no, Jim, I'm not going to randomly invite people to my show. It's not how it works, unfortunately. So, yeah. Law and Order SVU organized crime crossover tonight. Yeah, that's right. I heard about that. So, cool. Yeah. Let me put that up there. So we got Law and Order. Is anyone else watching the Law and Order crossover tonight? Jim is watching Zack Snyder's Justice League. I have not seen that. That is a very long movie, by the way. That is crazy long. I don't know if I would have enough time to literally sit there through the whole thing. So good thing it's streaming so you can pick up where you left off or whatever. So, yeah. Moonshiners. Just finished that one. My aunt did. Patrick, tonight, Stabler. Yeah, he's back. He's coming on. So, yeah. Jim says it's 4 hours and 10 minutes. Yeah, that's very long. I don't know if I would be able to sit there and watch through the whole thing. I really don't know. So, HBO Max, Godzilla versus King Kong. I do want to watch that one for some reason. I've never seen any of the other ones, but I do want to watch that one. That one seems pretty cool. I like the trailers for that. So, Deadliest Catch is going to be starting on Discovery. So, and you can catch it on Discovery Plus as well. So, yeah, I have been watching Snowpiercer on TNT. I think I'm behind 3 episodes now. I'm gonna have to start watching what I got recorded. But anyways, yeah, I love Snowpiercer. That's a very fantastic show. So if anyone's looking for something to watch, you need to watch it. But I would start from season 1. So yeah. Yeah, but 4 hours? I don't know if I could sit there, Jim, for 4 hours. That seems a bit much, don't you think? Maybe 2 at the latest. I would be able to sit there. Maybe 2 hours. So, yeah. Yep. Yeah, they seem to be coming out with some movies here for people to watch. And what's pretty cool is if you own any of these streaming services, you're pretty much getting to watch them for free, unless it's a Disney movie. Unfortunately, you have to be some Premiere member and either to watch the movie when it comes out, which I think is dumb, but whatever. Dude, it's like an hour. An hour? What are you talking about? The Walking Dead. Yeah. Is The Walking Dead coming back? No, wait. It already came back, I think, right? If I'm not mistaken, I think it did. So I used to watch that show. I started watching it from the beginning. I made it through, I think, the first 3 seasons, and then I stopped watching it. I just couldn't watch it anymore. So, yeah. Kayla says The Walking Dead season finale is Sunday. Oh, so they're not going to be coming out anymore, are they? I think that show is done. It needs to be done. It's dragged on for so long. Oh, my goodness. That's like forever long. So if you want me to come on tonight and chat about ELS 2, I can. Doesn't feel like 4 hours. It's like an hour and it's over. What? I don't know about that. I think sitting at home, it would feel like 4 hours. Maybe it's different if you're watching it in like a movie theater or whatever, but a 4-hour movie in an hour. So I have about less than 20 minutes left. So I think I'll fill that time by bringing Daniel on. Why not, right? There is a link, Dan, if you want to. If you so choose to. Come on. There you go. Yeah. So anyways. Oh, my goodness. Why am I always dirty? Oh, my goodness. Uh-oh. Weather alert. Snow will begin around 9:04 p.m., continuing off and on over the next half hour. See what's coming. I told you, it's snowing up here. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Anyways, let's get rid of that one. But, yeah. Maybe one of these days we should watch something together. We should watch a movie together. I think I can do that. So, wouldn't that be cool? Right?
Hello.
Hi.
Can
How are
hear
you?
me?
I can hear you.
Good. I got a nice fancy new mic, and so
Oh, and your pop filter. Very good.
I've been working on learning how to use it properly.
Yeah. Very nice. Well, welcome. Yeah, everyone. Daniel Payton is here. Whoop, whoop.
Let's see here. There we go. Look, now I know how to use StreamYard. I can find the chat and answer questions. So I saw Jim was on here early. Jim, you've missed all my shows recently, so I won't be having one tomorrow. I'm going to be out of the house tomorrow at the time. However, I might do a recording of the next chapter for the Joshua of Egypt story and just have it go live or go active at 9 o'clock. You won't be able to talk to me because it'll be recorded, but that way something will be on there. People can listen to the next chapter of it. So I was thinking about that. Can Jim says I'm quiet. Am I too quiet?
I can hear you just fine.
Turn up your volume.
That's right. Turn it up.
So yes, I have been working on Earth's last. I want to call it. My brain says Earth's last Starfleet, but Starfleet is so connected to Star Trek, it makes it really hard to do that. So. But I want to make sure that idea comes across. So my only one I've come up with that I really like is Earth's last space fleet, and it's a little bit of a tongue twister, lots of S's in there, but I think it's good. It's a fun story. Again, I'm just running through. I'm about a third of the way through the first run of the edit, so I've got a ways to go before it's going to be done. But we come back in with Brian and crew on the new USS Orlando as it's on its journey. And this story starts out with, and I'm not spoiling anything here because trust me, the whole story is much deeper than this, but the story starts out with Brian and crew on diplomatic missions. All these planets and people groups out there that have now been freed from Tolkonian imperial control. Earth is trying to make connections. And of course, the most famous hero and basically face that they can send out who's famous and everybody loves is Brian and crew. So Brian gets to play the part of the super famous star, and he kind of doesn't like it because he's a scientist and a ship captain, not a celebrity. And so but the story kind of goes a whole other direction from there. And I'm not going to spoil too much now, but I will say that the title is very indicative of what the story truly is about. And Brian gets to be a lot more forefront in this story. That was one of my goals when I wrote this one. Is I wanted the Captain Brian Shepard character to have more of a presence in it. He had a good presence in the first book, but it was kind of divided between Brian and Sherry's characters because that was the idea. The first book was written as a contest entry for Brian and Sherry, and so I split the main character role between Brian and Sherry. But and this is before the Brian Shepard show became a thing, and Sherry is now, not part of this. She's still in the story and plays a role in the story, but she is definitely now more of a smaller character that only shows up later, much later in the story. Brian's character leads this story from start to finish. And I'm having fun with it. Do you have any questions you want to ask about it before I keep rambling on?
I just don't want to know too much. That's all. I think the latest ones that when you were writing them, I think the Winter Wizard, I got spoiled with that one, so I kind of was fed information about that one when it came to the Star Trek fan fiction that you wrote, and the Earth's Last Starship, Earth's Last, Wow.
Got to you.
Yes. I wasn't given any information. So I guess everyone probably wants to know, why another one? Why a second one?
Well, of all of my books I've written, I've had a few books that have had everybody who finished them looks at me and says, what happens next? When's the next book coming out? Even when the book's not designed for a sequel. For The Winter Wizard, the story, it has such an arc. The story has such an arc to it and comes to a good conclusion, that people really don't think, okay, what happens next? There's definitely room for more if you wanted it, but the story is very satisfying. End. Earth's Last Starship has a very good story arc, but it ends at the point where, okay, we can keep going. And so everybody who reads it, especially if they like it, they want to know what happens next. And so this one, I would say the Dragon Wand books are another one that has definitely been constantly asking for more. But this one was probably my loudest one. I had more people asking for it. And so I thought, yes, I do. And I also, when I wrote it, I thought, when I finish this, they need to have more. They need to have another story, because it's not, the main story is done in the first book, but their story isn't. So I really wanted to revisit the characters, show them in a different setting, because the first story, and again, I'm not spoiling this for anybody who's listening but not read it, the first story is more of a ragtag group on a ship trying to save the Earth. So they are still in the Space Navy. They are still, officers, but it's not quite the same as like Star Trek or Babylon 5 or something where you're more professional. This book, I got to put them more in a professional setting with a fuller crew, bigger ship, more responsibility. And so I got to explore a different angle of the characters and of their job. And I got to really have fun with Brian's character in kind of pushing him in several directions and seeing where he broke, because he had so many jobs in the first book. He was the captain, he was the hero, he was the scientist, he was the explorer. People may not realize when you read the first book, Brian's character is the most diverse one because he has to be. He's forced into so many different positions because of necessity. And because of that, because of necessity, the character can't break. There's no point where he has to say, okay, I give in. I'm not doing this anymore. Because he can't do that. If he did at any point, the mission would fail. Whereas in this book, there isn't that constraint. There isn't just 5 people on a ship trying to save Earth. Now it's a whole different scenario. So I kind of went on my way to push Brian just a little bit in different directions to see which one he'd break in first, which one he'd have to finally say, this is not me. I can't do this. And I like that because it gives the character a rounded, real aspect. Because we all reach a point in things we're doing. We're like, okay, I can't do this. I need someone to help me.
Right.
And so that makes character to me, a really bad character is one who's always doing everything perfectly. And, they never ask for help. They even when they're stressed and they're pushed past their limit, they're like, I will still do it. And somehow they accomplish everything. No, everybody needs help. So that's where I was going with this was trying to explore Brian a little bit more. That was something I wanted to do. Plus, I just enjoyed it. I enjoyed the universe. I love writing, as you know. My first foremost love was writing Star Trek. And so you can't publish in Star Trek. So I took that urge and that creativity that I developed in writing Star Trek and poured it into writing this book. And I also, I use that for writing like Remnant and all that because that's the kind of sci-fi I like. And that's what you like is that kind of sci-fi.
Yeah.
So Earth's Last Starship I loved it. When I got done writing it, I was like, at first it was just to be a gift for something for you to have for your contest. But then I might finish it going, this is worth publishing. I really loved it. So I wanted to get back to it. In fact, when I'm done with this one, there may be another book in there somewhere. One of the, I will say this again, not spoiling the book at all. One of the things I did kind of take out of this one, the first book had a romantic angle to it. That was Sherry's side of the story. She had the romantic angle. This book actually doesn't. I actually did not include a romantic angle to the story. It's purely mission and directive and all. There's no romance in the story. And I wanted to do that as well. Because I just didn't feel like Brian's character needed to have that added to his life, to his story.
Mm.
It just didn't feel right.
I ain't got time for it.
In this book, God, no. And again, not spoiling. Okay, yes, I'm spoiling a very little bit here, but if you read the first 2 pages, you're going to get it. Brian gets to start out the story fighting an alien in his underwear.
Oh.
It's a crazy scene, but it's funny. But that's the whole point. Let's see here. Jim's having trouble hearing, so I'm not sure. Let's see here. Patrick Nadeau? Does anyone watch Doctor Who? Are you a Whovian? Do you like Doctor Who?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
No.
Sorry. I've grown to be a Whovian.
Yeah, I never watched. I know what it is. I've never watched it. I could never really get into it. So
it's definitely different than any other sci-fi that I watch. I did not really get into it as a kid. My mom watched it, the old ones that were on reruns, like on PBS and stuff here in the States. And I just didn't get into it. I was more into Star Trek at that time, very much more. And then when they revamped the show with Christopher Eccleston's character of Doctor Who back in 2005, I still didn't really jump on the bandwagon. It wasn't until about 2 or 3 years ago that I decided, Mom owns them all on DVD and Blu-ray. And so I was like, okay, why don't we just sit down and watch some of these? And I started watching them from the very first. I just kept watching him and getting intrigued with this. And why I think one of the reasons why I connected to it, why I started really liking it, is I love the writing. They did such a good job on developing the characters, side characters. They followed through on plot lines. They followed through on character development. That's something that I hate, is when you have a good series or a good movie or something, but they don't follow through on all of the character development. They don't follow through on the plot lines. They start something and then they let it kind of just fizzle because it's not the main plot or it's just not interesting enough. Mm-hmm. And Doctor Who really did, and they did such a good job on weaving these stories together in very meticulous and circuitous ways. 1970s Who was the best? 1970s Doctor Who was pretty good. I like the new one because it loses some of that ultra campiness of the early Doctor Who, the 60s, 70s, and 80s. I don't mind a campy show. I love sci-fi camp, but ultimately, I like the tone that they got for the newer Doctor Who. It's a little less camp, a little more serious. But it's still fun. 1970s Doctor Who is fun. It is.
So what did you think when they introduced the first female Doctor?
I have a mixed reaction to that. I was excited because it was a new way to explore the Doctor, because it had so many versions of him, of the Doctor, that it was like, how can you keep exploring a character? Because the fun thing about each new iteration of the Doctor was they got to kind of redevelop the character in a new direction while still being that character. But after a while, you kind of lose how many different ways can you do this. So having a woman Doctor was awesome. I think that they did a disservice because the writing is so poor. I watched it eagerly. I watched the first episode and I was left kind of with a meh. And it's not her fault. It definitely isn't. She was working hard to play that character, but in Doctor Who, and if you're not a follower of Doctor Who, you may not know this, but Doctor Who, traditionally, the first episode of a new Doctor, they introduce a companion, someone who's going to be his friend for at least a season or two to drive the story. Sometimes they add two. They did that with one Doctor right away, and that would be Matt Smith. This one, they started her out with 4 or 5, and that means 6 main characters right off the bat. That's a really giant number of characters to throw at the audience right away. You can't develop them individually. You can't give them all uniqueness. You just got this whole pot of people just boiling together. That to me was disservice to her, because they introduced a new Doctor and it was groundbreaking, a new female Doctor, and yet they muddied it by throwing all these other people around her. Like, why do that? That's not fair. That's not fair to her, because how can you develop her when you're having to do 5 other people at the same time? No. And then as I've watched the series, they changed the showrunner, they changed the writers when they started this new arc with her, and you can tell they're not up to snuff. They're not really following through. The quality of storytelling is junk. I'm disappointed with it. Every time I watched it, I just finally gave up and was like, I can't stand this. It's poisoning. It's souring me on something I really like. It makes me mad because they had an opportunity. They had a female character that's going to be new and revolutionary, and they totally dropped the ball. That's my personal opinion. I know some people are, but will disagree with me on that, and everybody has the right to opinion. But I think it's kind of showing, because the show has lost a lot of viewers, a lot of ratings, and they're already talking about dropping her. Removing her as a Doctor. So and again, it's a missed opportunity. They could have done so much. So, looks like Patrick is saying goodnight. So thank you for being here, Patrick. And yes, I missed the first few minutes of this show, so I don't know everything that Brian said. But I have had the idea, and I mentioned it to Brian before, of doing something where we kind of combine. And it'd be kind of like this. That's my idea, where we kind of co-host a show together, and we'll figure out. It may not be like when Sherry was on it. I may do like reading for my stories and all. We could have another guest. But I'd be glad to talk about combining up and joining forces and having a show together. Is that what's in your mind, or am I stealing your thunder?
No, not at all. Fine with me.
Okay, sorry. Jim Sadler did ask, question, was Winter Wizard based on anime? No, actually it wasn't. Winter Wizard was based on a very short story I wrote years ago. When I first got out of publishing because of a bad experience with a publisher, I decided to try my hand at short story fiction for contests, and that mostly just to make money, because I was out of a job. I didn't have any royalties coming in. I had no money, and a lot of these contests paid decently. So there was a contest for a short story, and I'm better at them, but I was terrible back then. And I wrote one called The Winter Wizard. And it was about a kid who discovers the Winter Wizard, and it very, very similarly, he accidentally releases an Ice Queen. But the original one is so much different than this one is now that you would recognize it because I wrote it. That's about it. But when I wrote this one, when I picked it up to do the Winter Wizard for Brian for a contest, I liked the idea of the story, so I took that and rewrote it with a whole lot more to it and better characters and all, and created the Winter Wizard story. So it was totally just off that. Now, I will admit that one of my inspirations for writing fantasy that I will draw from is Hayao Miyazaki, Studio Ghibli, which they do, Spirited Away, Kiki's Delivery Service, Howl's Moving Castle, Ponyo, all these movies. That's their style. It's a very unique style of fantasy. Howl's Moving Castle and Spirited Away definitely been big inspirations for me. So I can definitely say, yes, I have been inspired by stories by the Studio Ghibli for style and storytelling. So yes, and people have asked before, if I wanted to turn the Winter Wizard into a movie, how would I want to do that? I would prefer it done as a cartoon movie. And it would be it's a pipe dream to have Studio Ghibli pick it up and do it because they do such beautiful work. But anybody, that's how I love Winter Wizard portrayed is actually cartoon, preferably anime, because it lends itself to that. It's just silly enough to work as a cartoon, but not really as a live action movie. And I see Jim knows Studio Ghibli.
I have no idea.
Oh, you need to watch some of these. I think you'd like them.
Maybe.
Studio Ghibli's movies are a very unique unique slice of anime. It is not anime like you would expect. It's not Naruto or Dragon Ball Z. It's totally different. And he is Hayao Miyazaki, the one who started it and was producer, director, writer of a lot of these movies. He was inspired by European myths and culture and all, and you'll see that throughout his movies. He sets a lot of this in pseudo-German or Austrian or London style settings, and the stories are a little more Western than they are traditional Japanese. So which is why I think they have such a broad audience. More people who watch these than watch anime, because it's not just anime. So I highly recommend that.
He's saying that I possibly have I have seen some. It's possible.
It's possible. Disney actually bought the rights to the American production or the English productions of a lot of these movies, and so they've played them on Disney Channel and stuff like that. So there's a chance you have seen some of these. But I'd recommend either if you're going to watch one to begin with, and you've not watched any Ghibli movies, I'd recommend either Spirited Away, Kiki's Delivery Service, or Howl's Moving Castle. To me, those three are some of the best, and they really are. They're good encapsulated stories and movies, good characters.
Interesting. I'll have to check them out. And you said Ponyo? Was that one of them?
Ponyo was one of them. Yes.
I think I've heard of it.
It's an interesting movie. It's a takeoff of The Little Mermaid from Ghibli's point of view. Very different. It's more to the original Little Mermaid, the Dutch instead of the Disney version.
Yeah.
But it's I honestly wouldn't recommend that one right off the bat because it's a little bit strange. It's a good movie. It's that one and My Neighbor Totoro to me are younger in style. They're good movies. They're brilliantly done, but they're directed more towards a younger audience, whereas the rest of them are a little older. I've seen everything Ghibli. It's all good. One thing I'll say that if you don't know this, if any people don't know this about Studio Ghibli, it's that Hayao Miyazaki insisted on all of the backgrounds, all the work in it be hand painted. So watching these movies, there's one called The Secret World of Arrietty, which is based on a book called The Secret World of Arrietty by an author, an American or British author. And it is, the movie is a little slow. It's not high action at all. But what I recommend for people to watch is the artwork. The stuff that his people did for the backgrounds and for the flowers, everything is just, it's breathtaking. For a cartoon movie, it is breathtaking. But all the movies that he does, that Hayao Miyazaki won, he's now retired, but all the ones he did, the backgrounds, all the work in it is hand painted cartooning. He refused to do digital work or copy work. All of it was hand painted cartooning, which is incredible. Each frame could be taken off of that movie and framed and put on a wall. It's just beautiful work. And it's not like typical anime, which is a little more, they simplify a lot of the backgrounds for the show. This one, the backgrounds, I could just pause a scene, especially high definition, and just sit there and analyze every minor detail they've put into every corner and crevice of these movies. So, again, for you and for anybody else watching, I highly recommend any of these movies by Studio Ghibli. The only one that I say make sure you're not watching with kids is Princess Mononoke. It's one of the earliest ones he did. It is extremely violent. And so I've had people, when I worked in a movie store and had people renting these movies, they were like, oh, it's a kid's movie. It's like all these others. They just watched My Neighbor Totoro, which is the little kids version movie, or Spirited Away, which is a kid's movie. They pick that one up. There's people's heads getting chopped off. There's people getting splayed. I mean, it's a very violent movie. When I watched it the first time, I was absolutely shocked because it is not like anything else Ghibli has done.
Interesting. I definitely won't be watching that one. No, thank you. Anyone else saying anything? No, everyone's gone quiet now.
Oh, Jim's on here chatting up. I can see.
Yeah.
Jim asks, you disagree about what, Jim? We both go silent.
Yeah, I know. It's like you go silent because you forget that they're not going to answer right away.
Well, okay. Jim disagrees about Princess Mononoke. I'll say this. Princess Mononoke was a good movie. The story is great. The artwork is wonderful. As I said, it's always good. The characters, the development, all really good. I'm just saying that if you're watching it, again, if you're going to watch Ghibli movies, I wouldn't say that one to be your first because you get the wrong impression about the style of movies the studio does. But also, I would recommend not watching with little kids because it's very violent. And you would, if you want to see it, watch it without the kids first. And if they can handle that stuff, you're fine. But if not, you'll have spared them from that. But as a movie, no. It's still a decent movie. It's just, it shocked me. It really did when I watched it because it was actually one of the last ones I watched. I hadn't watched it. I watched all the other Ghibli movies, and I said they're all clean and happy and fun and beautiful. And then all of a sudden, this one just like very first scene where this guy uses an arrow and literally knocks people's heads off. I'm like, oh my god, what? Just blew me away.
Interesting. Fantastic. Anybody have any questions for Dan while he's here? Speak up. So you said you're not doing a show tomorrow.
No, I'm not doing. I might do a pre-recorded thing, so I have something that'll pop up at a certain time tomorrow. I say might if I have the time to, but this is Easter weekend, and we got stuff going on for Easter, for the family, for friends, church, all that. Yeah, I know. I'm a little sheltered, Jim. Jim says we shoot people in GTA, Grand Theft Auto at that age. I know. I'm sheltered. I grew up on Pokemon and Final Fantasy, not, Jeep Grand Theft Auto and stuff. I'm just recommending, because after spending years working in a video store and having so many parents come in and rent movies and for their kids, if it's a cartoon movie, it's for kids. There's so many parents that are just, I'm going to say it, dumb that way. And they'll pick up stuff like heavy metal or I mean, for heaven's sake, of course, I lived in the South. You had definitely pockets of very ultra conservative people, and you'd have people pick up the movie Shrek for their kids, the original movie. And Donkey says a swear word, and they come back into Blockbuster, where I was working, throw the movie at me, and go, "That you should have this on the R-rated shelf." And I'm like, it's not that bad. It's just not for kids. I mean, so I have this knee-jerk response when I see a cartoon movie that's definitely not for little kids or for people whose kids are not introduced to violence that early. I have to say something. Ashley, how are you feeling, Dan? I know you were not feeling great. I think it was a couple days ago. Well, yeah, I've been going through some stuff. This month has been crazy. Over the past month and a half, I've lost 2 family members. I've had some medical issues. I've had some computer issues. It's just been one thing after another recently. So I'm doing okay, thank you. I'm still dealing with a few issues, but fortunately, it's working out okay. So we're all doing all right. And she's, what are you doing for Easter? What I'm doing for Easter is, let's see here. Since my dad has time off, he wants to do stuff. So I'm thinking we're going to take a small trip somewhere. I'm going to go out with the family. And then I've got some friends in my Sunday school class who want to do a little bonfire in the backyard type of a thing. So we're going to have some fun with that. Not too high energy stuff. I've actually been high energy for a while with teaching. I taught 2 classes at the same time. Well, sorry, same time. Morning and evening for a good month and a half, and that was draining. So this will be a calmer weekend, but I'll be doing stuff the whole time. And for anybody who's watching this who plays Heroes Rising this weekend and running into next week, we've got this big event called Easter Village. And I wrote it. I did a lot of artwork for it. I'm the one who came up with it. So that's a big deal for my game we work for. Thank you, Ashley. Yeah, both people who passed away in my family. My grandfather on my father's side passed. He was in his late 80s, and he had a series of strokes, and his health wasn't very good. The lesson to take away from what happened to him is that he wasn't in his right mind towards the end. We didn't realize this. He wasn't taking his medicine, and we didn't live close enough. But as my other family were, if they had checked in on him and made sure he was taking his medicine, he might not have this happen. But again, he was in his late 80s and his health wasn't good. And the other was a cousin that his health was terrible, but it was self-imposed because he had done stuff in his life that was unfortunate, and it took its toll. So neither was shocking, surprising. Neither was COVID. It was just life happening. So where it's sad, we're moving on. Both of them are kind of glad that they've, are no longer suffering. So
tough. So, but yeah. Well, I mean, whenever you want to come on, we'll have to have a chit chat and see.
I wanted to come on tonight because next Thursday I'm having major dental work done, and I have a feeling half my face is gonna be numb by the time we do your show. So I'll be like, I'm not continuing. So we'll just say next week I'm going to be busy recovering from that, which may mean next Friday no show again. But I'm hoping Monday I'll be good to do a nice little continuation of my Joshua story. And Brian and I are going to discuss possibly doing stuff together more.
What's he saying? I want to come on with you too.
Oh, he wants to be a guest on here. We may have to put a list together. We'll have to find some people. I happen to know quite a few authors that might want to come on and talk about books. I might have some actor friends of mine who I can talk to and maybe get some people to come on to have some stuff there. Brian, I thought you said you had a list of people who signed up to do interviews.
So I've been getting the emails They have been coming in, but the problem is it's not what I was looking for. So it's difficult because you can put in, what did I put in? What the hell was I looking for? I don't know what the topic was. I can't remember now. But anyways, you put that in as a description and what exactly you're looking for. And then you have to choose up to 5 categories. And one of them is like authors. So I check authors because, well, yeah. Oh, historical stuff. That's what it was. So I got all these authors and motivational speakers and selling this, selling that, and doctors and talking about COVID, and nothing was historical. I'm like, okay, well, that's not working. Gaming. People coming on and talking about, gaming and playing games or making games and stuff like that. I've only gotten a couple of those, but it wasn't related to the topic at hand. So it's kind of hard to pick and choose. So
Yeah.
So yeah, but I mean, I'm trying. I'm pretty sure that I always get guests on the show. So I mean, I'm not too concerned about it, but for some reason, it's just not going the way that it usually does. So it's taking more time than what I thought. So yeah, but yeah, everyone thinks it's so easy.
Openly critique your books. Oh, Jim wants to come on and talk about my books.
Oh boy.
We could do a book club night when we have people on here who've read the book and then we all discuss it.
Sure, absolutely. But yeah, I mean, we'll get people on. We'll figure things out and we'll go from there. So I'm pretty sure everyone will know what's happening. I'll keep everyone up to date when we can do this. So yeah. But I've gone over my time and yeah. So, and this guy here needs to work in the morning. I really don't feel like it. But to answer some of these questions about Easter, I'm not doing anything for Easter. So I'm off.
You're off
No work. I don't work on Sundays. And again, it's my birthday. So I don't feel like doing anything. But I might do a show though. Maybe a birthday Easter show or something. I'm not sure yet.
Have some fun.
Yeah. Nothing too long though. But anyways, so I'm going to say have a good weekend, everyone. Dan, thanks for coming on. I'm pretty sure we'll talk again as it gets closer to when this book is almost ready to be released. I know there's a little ways to go. But yeah, I can't wait to read it. So
No, it's a long ways to go.
A long, long ways to go?
Well, as I said, right now I'm in the middle of the first edit, and I do a run through, then I send it to an editor, they do a run through, then we send it to the publisher, and they do an edit through, and then we do the formatting, do cover art, and then it's published. That could literally be at least a year or 2 years from now. I want to be quicker, but I've already got 4 books in this series in the pipeline waiting to get published. So, and big news, I've got a comic book coming out from this series. The Bart first actual fully illustrated Bart comic book. Well, it's in the planning stages. We still have to raise the funds to hire the artists to do it. I can't do comic art.
Yeah. Well, that should be exciting. So, yeah. But is this 7th Fleet? What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, no. 11th Fleet. Jim's talking about the Star Trek book. I actually novelized and put out I have print copies of my Star Trek fan fiction, and it's the 11th Fleet. And it's literally just I can have some print on demand where I can give to people. So I have had at least 2 people ask for copies, and It costs a lot to get these done, so I'm sorry, Jim. I haven't actually put the order in yet because I'm waiting till I get everybody who's ready so I can order enough. Because each order costs a ton when you're doing these kind of self-print stuff. If this was something I could throw onto Amazon where I can print publish it like I do my other books, it's way cheaper. But that's because Amazon's also selling and making money off of my book. This I'm just doing as a print on demand because I can't sell it. It's Star Trek. It's not my rights to sell it, and I respect that. So
Right.
I will have it. And Jim, I'll get that as soon as I can. I'm very soon now. I'm going to put an order in and get some copies of it so I can send to you and to the others who wanted copies of the book.
There you go. Perfect. All right. Well, that is it. I'm tired, so it's time for me to go. But I hope everyone has a fantastic weekend. I'll see everyone on Sunday. We'll go from there. So, yeah.
Thanks for having me on here, and
Yeah.
good night, everybody.
You know, I can never do this right.
I'm thinking about having an intro made for mine, but if I change the whole format, it'll be different.
Yeah. Because when you play it, see, I'm about to play it, and it's going to completely cover us, I think, right? Yeah.
Should.
All right. Actually, you know what? I don't even have to. Goodbye, everyone. I'm just going to click end. I'm not even going to play a video.